Hello everyone, we are Group 8, and my name is Zhu Fanzhi. Today, let me introduce our background introduction first. Okay, so ABC Corporation is a mid-sized manufacturer of automotive parts. Recently, it suffered a financial loss due to fraud. An employee had full access to both accounting records and cash handling. This incident highlighted the weakness of the internal control system and led the management to initiate a review. The company now aims to strengthen internal control by implementing segregation of duties, which is SOD. So why we have to talk about the ABC Corporation issues? The reason of it is that the lack of proper segregation of duties will increase the risk of fraud and theft, unnoticed accounting errors, and conflicts of interest. When a single person has control over multiple critical tasks, such as recording, approving, and executing transactions, that means this guy will control the economic of your company. It will lead to really weak control and really low accountability. Okay, now that we talk about the responsibilities of each roles. So my part is financial controller. The main responsibilities are oversees all financial operations, reviews and approves financial reports, authorized major payments and adjustments. And the segregation of duties are should not handle cash or initiate transactions. And the financial controller cannot prepare accounting records and verifies and approves work done by other roles like APAR and cashier.
The main responsibility of accounts payable clerk. The first one is processing vendor invoices for payment and scheduling and initiating payments, verifying purchase orders and receiving reports, and maintaining vendor records. Segregation of duties. Invoice approval. The clerk should not approve invoices. The approval must come from the department head. And the second, payment authorization. The accounts payable clerk prepares payments, but authorization must be done by the financial controller. And vendor creation maintenance. Vendor onboarding must be handled by a separate administrative officer or procurement team.
Hello everyone. This is Group 8. My name is Chen Yiming. Today I want to introduce the accounts receivable clerk. The accounts receivable clerk helps the company get paid. Their main job is to send the invoice to customers, record the money received, and follow up when customers don't pay on time. But if this person has too much control, there can be problems. For example, they might delay the customer debates without permission, change customer details, or hide missing payments. To stop their risks, the company uses clear rules. This person cannot approve write-offs, cannot touch cash, and cannot change customer records with the manager's okay. These steps make sure no one can control both the billing and the money. It helps prevent fraud and keeps the company's money safe.
So I will talk about the cancer. The cancer is the man responsible for the cash respect and the payment check process and the DDR bank business of the enterprise and is the forward link position and the capital flow due to the high risk retail to money. Control must be strong. The castle, the castle is only responsible for counter respects and payment. where the account record and independently completely complete by the accountant. Second, the cash accountable and verifications work and are separated, and the inventor count and count reconciliation are regular and inspected by others. Third, payment preparation and final approval must be handled by different presenter to ensure that very outflow of fund is other with.
Here's a simple flowchart that shows how we separate duties in the accounts payable process and ABC corporation. It all starts with the procurement department. They are the one who place orders and receive the goods. Once that's done, the account payable clerk steps in to make sure everything matches the purchase order, the invoice, and the receiving report. After verifying the documents, the AP clerk prepares the payment, but they don't actually approve or release the money. The deposit goes to financial controller, who reviews everything and gives a final approval. Once it's approved, the cashier is the one who actually process the payment. So as you can see, each step is handled by a different person. No one has full control over the whole process, and that's exactly the point. They help reduce the risk of fraud and make sure everything is double checked before money goes out. By implementing this segregation of duties measures, ABC Corporation can expect several important outcomes. First, it reduces the risk of fraud by ensuring that no single person controls the entire payment process. Second, it increases accuracy and minimizing the human errors through proper checks and validation. Third, it enhances the accountability by clearly assigning responsibilities to different roles. Lastly, it strengthens the transparency and makes the audit process more efficient. So let's take a quick look at the key points from our case study. ABC Corporation recently faced financial losses because of weak internal control. Specifically, one employee had unchecked access to both financial records and a cash transaction. That lack of oversight made it easy for misoperation to happen. To address this, the company decided to implement a segregation of duties approach, or SOD. This is a crucial internal control that it prevents any one person from having total control over financial transactions. Instead, responsibilities are clearly divided across multiple roles. In our case, we focus on four key roles: the financial controller, the accounts payable clerk, the accounts receivable clerk, and the cashier. By assigning the specific duties to each role, we can make the process much more secure. So, what was the result? That's now clearly separation of tasks, which reduces the risk of fraud and error. It also increases accountability. Everyone knows exactly what they're responsible for. On top of that, the company gains stronger transparency and is better prepared for internal audits. Finally, here are some practical recommendations. First, enforce strict SOD policy and review job roles regularly to avoid overlap. Second, use accounting software that support approval workflow and role-based access control. Third, run regular internal audits to check for compliance and any red flags. And lastly, don't forget the human factor. Train your staff on fraud awareness and internal control procedures so everyone understands the why behind these measures. With its improvements, ABC Corporation will be a much stronger position to prevent financial misconduct and build a more secure, trustworthy financial environment. Thank you very much.